Yeah, back to back. Look, I think it's just such a special night for this club. It's a historic night for this club. We have an objective in this competition. We want to play the best teams and we want to win this competition. And there was a lot of talk coming here about them coming back because they've done it so many times before, but we had so much belief and confidence from that first leg that we had enough to come here and win the game, and not just win the game. We knew we was going to suffer, but we knew we was going to win. And yeah, we had it in our mind, and then we done it in real life. So yeah, what a night for the club.
Miles, come in here. I mean, what a season you've had, period. But how was your first experience of the Bernabeu?
It was incredible. Honestly, when you see it on TV, it's a lot different to when you come live. So when I first walked out, it's a lot, but just got to take in a moment and have fun,
You are Champions League semi-finalists. This is the first time that Arsenal have done this since 2009. We've spoken about creating your own history, but what does that mean to you all?
It's massive, I sensed it before I signed to the club that we was on an upward trajectory as a club, and I felt it in the players we've got and the direction we want to go in. It's been tough in the Premier League because we lost out last year on a point. This year it slipped away from us, but in this competition we've done amazingly well, and this club's going to do special things over the next few years. We all fully believe it. We have full trust in this manager. He's unbelievable, and we've got players like him coming through, Ethan, other young lads who really want it as well. So we've got a real good mix, and look, like you said, semi-finals is massive for us, and we just want to take tonight in because we want to take it one step at a time. And now PSG next, who are an amazing team.
Well, let's face it, guys, it was never going to be a low-key evening tonight, was it, when you come and play here? Just talk us through some of the emotions in that first half, especially for you. Who wants to take this one?
Let him go.
Okay, Miles, come on.
Come on, boy.
Wait, can you say it one more time, please?
Just the emotions of that first half that you went through. It was never going to be a low-key game. Obviously, the penalty didn't quite go your way, and then, Dec, we'll get to you on what happens with Kylian.
Yeah, it's incredible. The fans, they don't make it easy for us, but as a team, we know it's going to be like this when we came. So as long as we stuck together and, keep backing each other through the highs and lows, we'll be fine.
5 minutes it took with that VAR check in that first half.
I knew it wasn't a penalty. Look, don't get me wrong, I had my arm on him, but you have to do that in the box. You have to try and stop him. Someone was going to let him go, but I knew it wasn't a pen. I'm an honest guy. I said to him straight away, and I said to Vasquez, it's not a pen, and I would admit, if I pulled him down, I would say, but he just fell to the floor and it was overturned, and we just had to stay calm. We was a bit naive again at times. We just had to control the game a little bit better. But in the end, we've got the job done, and it's, like I said, it's a historic night for the club. And yeah, honestly, I'm lost for words. It's just very special.
Very quickly, PSG.
Yeah, top team. Played them once already. We feel like they're a different team to back then. We've seen what they can do, but also we see what Villa done to them last night and caused them a lot of problems. So, look, we'll be working hard. We now have to go to Ipswich on Sunday, which is going to be a tough game because we want to secure that, keep going and keep winning matches in the Prem, and then also, like you said, focus on this competition. Yeah,
well, massive congratulations. Enjoy this one. Take care.
Thank
you. The quarter-finals in the Champions League, they were beaten by Monaco 21 years ago in 2004. Miles Lewis-Kelly wasn't even born then. And this tells you a lot about this Arsenal team. They are a young side, led by a young manager who's learning on the job as well. How impressed are you with what Mikel Arteta has managed to achieve year on year with this club?
Yes, very impressed. I mean, they were excellent over 2 legs, but they're in the semi-finals. That's all they're in. We want them to win, and once they win it, we'll eulogise about Mikel, about Declan, about everybody else. But they've done the hard part. They're in the semi-finals. Got an equally difficult tie to come up, but you have to get over the line, Reshman. It's fine getting into the quarters, the semis. You have to go on and win it. But they deserve every credit for what they've done over these 2 legs. They beat Madrid, a poor Madrid, I thought, but they've beaten them and beaten them convincingly. So we'll wait and see, what challenge PSG come and bring, because they're a different side to what they originally faced in the early on in the competition.
Yeah, very much so. But what impressed you most about the way that Arsenal dealt with this game?
I think it's the way that they managed it. I think we've watched them in the Champions League in previous years, and they've been naive, as Declan mentioned there, and they've been punished at times, and they kind of haven't turned up on when it's really counted and mattered. Here today, I think against the champions, and over the 2 legs, they bossed it. They absolutely bossed it. And Declan was at the forefront of that, I thought. But also, equally, I would say Saka, in terms of defining and being decisive. And we've talked about it, and I've debated it quite a lot over the years about is he world-class? So Saka, 100% world-class footballer who will decide matches now for the rest of his career, I believe, at the top level, at the top table, alongside the best players. And I think he would have gone into this game, just like Declan Rice, and gone, right, On their team, they've got Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, that's against me. Oh, you've got Vinicius and Mbappe, Saka will be judging himself against those players. That's what happens.